Good morning. Thank you so much for volunteering. My name is Jennifer Eastman, and I'm just going to give you some ideas on how to train in the utility realty. So once again, thanks for coming. You are going to be kind of the coach, the cheerleader, to just kind of be in the room with the kids and kind of support them and help them get through the day. So basically, whenever we say to the adult volunteers, it's time for team meetings, this is going to be your guide throughout the day. So whenever we say adult volunteers, it's time for a team meeting, there's going to be 4 of them. Just open this blue book. It's all scripted. You don't have to memorize anything. You just have to read it. The first meeting is kind of important because you introduce yourself to the students, then you ask them to place their name tags on their shirts. Once their name tags are on their shirts and they come with those from school, you're going to ask them what their title is. Because what their title is, there's a little sheet here on the bulletin board that is going to determine what grade they go on. So you're going to say, who's the CFO, who's property appraiser 2, they will get a red sticker. So you're going to take one of these red stickers, put that on their name tag. Then you're going to say, who's the CEO, who's utility engineer 1, who's the leasing agent 2, they will get a yellow sticker. And then you're going to say, who's the property appraiser 1, who's the leasing agent 2, they will get a green sticker. So the chart is on the bulletin board, just ask them their titles and then go ahead and put their stickers on there. Then it says to read and discuss the mission statement. So just go ahead and read the mission statement that's on the bulletin board. Then after that, it says review the employee handbook with the students. And what the employee handbook is, it's the yellow laminated sheets at their workstations. So just whatever their title is for this job, they're going to go to their workstation and read the yellow sheets. And that tells them what their job is throughout the day, okay? The other thing is the CEO has kind of a big job. The CEO is back at the computer. They are in charge of putting in the loan amount. So they come with a cost sheet from school and it tells them what their loan amount is. So every business has a loan amount and their goal is to pay off that loan by the end of the day. So they have this cost sheet and they go ahead and put in the loan amount in the computer and they press submit, and that gets the simulation going. So once the simulation is started, then they open up this binder, and this binder tells them the steps to follow, and we want them to get these steps done before the 10:20 meeting. So they put the loan amount in, then they turn the page, and then they click on the employees. So on the right side of the screen, they click employees. Then they're going to put in their account number, their first name, their last name, and their job title. So that's all written on that cost sheet. And so they just enter that and then enter the next employee, their account number, their first name, their last name, and their job title until they have all the employees entered into the computer. Then they turn the page and it tells them to click on payroll. So payroll is right there on the right side of the screen. They're going to select pay period 1. They're going to print all of the paychecks for each of the employees in this business for pay period 1. They're going to print them right here on this printer. They're going to cut them out. Then they're going to have the CEO sign them. Then they're going to go ahead and put pay period 1 in this green folder. And they're going to go back and print pay period 2 paychecks, cut them out, have the mayor or the CEO sign them, and put them in pay period 2. That way they have all the paychecks ready to go when it is time to hand out the paychecks. The next thing that the CFO does is they pay bills. So they will have bills coming periodically through the day in their CFO inbox. So when they get an invoice and they have to pay a bill, they open up their book, their binder, and it tells them how to pay bills. So it just, once again, they follow the steps. They print the check right here. They cut it out. They can sign the paycheck or the check to pay the bills. Then they go ahead and sign it and take the check over to the business that they pay the bill. The other thing that the CFO does is they send out invoices. So they will be billing. The only thing about the billing, it cannot be done until the utility engineer does the meter readings. So the utility engineer is going to do a morning meter reading and then an afternoon meter reading. And every business has one of these meter readings, and it tells them how to read those, and they're going to do a morning meter reading and an afternoon reading. And that's how the person, the CFO, is going to do the billing. So they just have to follow this billing checklist and use the numbers from the meter readings, and then they'll send out invoices. And we'll be stopping by throughout the day and checking and saying, are you ready to start the billing? Because they might have some questions on that. So we'll help with that. The other thing then that the CFO is doing is they're going to make deposits. So the way they're going to pay back their loan is they're going to send out these invoices for the utilities, and then the leasing agent is also going to send out rental agreements. So the utility realty company will make their loan by sending out those rental invoices and the utility invoices. So that's how they'll pay off their loan. They also get a $65 check from the insurance company. Every business gets one, and that also helps them pay off their loan. So in here it tells them how to do deposits. So they'll just need to open it up and do deposits, and that is how they take their checks that they've gotten back and make a deposit ticket and then take it to the bank. Okay? So CFO is busy and has kind of a big job, but we'll be stopping in to check on that. The other job is we have the utility engineer, and they are the one that gets to go and read the meters in the morning. So all of their paperwork is under their clipboard, and they just need to follow the steps that it says on the yellow sheet. So that's the utility engineer. Then we have the leasing agent. So the leasing agent and the property appraiser work together. So everything is written on these sheets on what they're supposed to do. They do need to deliver all 13 of the rental agreements to the district attorney in City Hall for approval. So that tells them all the steps they need to do, and it's written here on their clipboard. The property appraiser gets to do kind of a fun job. They get to go out and measure the businesses. So they get to take this wheel, which they love, and they can put on one of these vests if they want. They can wear one of these vests. They're hanging over here, and they can also put on a hard hat. We have hard hats back here. They can put a hard hat on, and then they get to use this awesome wheel. This is like the best part of the day. So all you have to do is push this black button, and it goes to 0. You click it on 0, and then I'm going to do the width of the building, or of the room, and you just push the wheel all the way to the other side, and then when it stops, you pick it up and you read it, and it says 5.9. So then they'll write that on their clipboard, then they'll clear it, and then they'll get the length of each business. So you'll start at the end, you'll push the wheel down to the end to get the length, and then you look at it and write that down, and then they will figure out the length and the width of each business. But then they figure out the square meters when they get back to the business, so they don't have to do any figuring. They just have to write down the length and the width. So that's kind of fun for the property appraiser. So the property appraiser and the leasing agent work together to get those rental agreements sent out, okay? The other thing then is the CEO. So the CEO does need to do a speech on the morning meeting. So just to make sure that they have this pink sheet filled out with a dry erase pen, I'll put that there. That way they have that filled out, and all they have to do is fill in names, and they'll get to give a speech in the morning town meeting. Also, the CEO just has to take the loan application and promissory note to the bank, and then they just have to follow the steps on their clipboard, and all their paperwork is here. If the CEO gets done with all their jobs, they also sign all the paychecks, and then people are stopping in and they'll have some things to sign. But if they get done with their job, they can help out the property appraiser, leasing agent, or CFO if they need help, because we do want the business to all work together. So anyway, this is a super fun business. We really appreciate you volunteering today, and thanks so much. Have a good day.